you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. My G coming through the crowd, raw, big dog. You don't really wanna feel these claws. See, God loves me anyway, despite these flaws. So I gotta get a little buck, why yeehaw. My God giving y'all the blessing, so I never tap out. No time for stressing. I'm confessing that I'm still learning lessons. When I get knocked down, get up stepping, cause I know how my blessings flow. Started from the crown down to the tiptoe. Holy Spirit, you don't wanna miss this flow, cause I'm talking about you and the whole trio. The Father's on top and they call me mijo. For my Latino, just Jesus Cristo. My God's bilingual, so if you didn't know, I'ma speak English, me amigo. Make sure you keep that same energy. 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 Make sure you keep that same energy.
Stripes official, taking off like a missile. Yeah, I'm validated, but it ain't by no people. Ain't no number two.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing, man? It's Rick Sincere, MTMV Sports. I'm here with Rapzilla, freshman culture villain, artist of the year, and a lot of people's opinions. Kham, what's popping, bro? How you doing, man?
Bro, I appreciate that intro, dog. I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. You killing it right now, man. You're doing a whole bunch of stuff, bro. How you feeling out there?
I feel sensational. Sensational, bro. Like, that's probably the only way I can describe it. Life is good.
Cool, man. Cool. Yo, I've been seeing you talk a little bit about No Church in a While. That joint just dropped, right?
Yes.
And so a lot of people are talking about that. Give me your opinion on it, like your first impressions on it.
What Craig said? He said we smoking on that demon pack. That's but no. My first, so I've listened to it straight through once so far. I got to go back and sit with it some more. But off the first listen, I was like, "Oh, they might have just did something, man." I thought it was hard. There was a couple of joints that like stuck out to me. Let me I'm gonna pull it back up. Like
bad.
Move stuck out to me. One call. What was it? Save Us. I think Save Us was my favorite on the first listen through.
That's your favorite joint.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like when What Up RG came in, bro, that joint, I don't know. It made me emotional. I think I tweeted that, but like, I don't know what it was. He just sounded like, I don't know. He just sounded so like free. I was like, yeah, God doing the work in RG, bro. But yeah, that joint.
Bro, RG, a lot of people are waiting for RG to drop something. Like
I'm waiting for RG to drop something. What you mean? That's right.
Yeah, a lot of people waiting for that, bro. So I know you're excited about that. No, so hearing him, some people are like, yo, they're waiting for it. They was waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
So getting that taste, right?
Yeah.
Getting that taste was good. So listening to him on this project, what does it make you feel? Like what do you think you'll get from the project when he does drop?
I think a lot of vulnerability. I mean, obviously, like his last drop when he did Raul, that was very vulnerable about his dad and their story. But it just seems like this past year, and even just watching him like tweet and stuff like that, it just seems like God's working a lot of stuff in him, through him, and I think we're gonna get a lot of that and just a lot of creativity, because I know for him, he's very like deep, like minuscule, like the little minor details in songs. So I'm really looking forward to just his whole project collectively, the production, the lyricism, everything.
Bad. Yo, so look, man, let's dive into you and what you've been getting into, bro. I need to know, and for the people who don't know, how'd you get kicked off? Like, how'd you get started in Christian hip hop?
So story time. I was probably like 13 years old. My best friend, he introduced me to Lecrae, and we were like playing middle school basketball or something. We was on the bus. He was like, "Oh, yo, listen to this song. This is my hype song." I was like, "Bet." I heard it. I thought Lecrae was a group because I knew nothing about CHH. I have never heard of it. Nothing. Like, to me, Christian hip hop was like Kurt Franklin and Mary. That's all I was given as a kid growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was Go Hard. It was him and Tadashi. So I thought they was like a group. But I was like, this is dope. They Christian. He was like, yeah. I was like, word. So I just started looking up stuff on my own. That's how I found Andy Mineo. I think he was like C-Light back then. So like him, Tadashi had just dropped like the Blacklight album, Trip, all of them. So I started finding all these people, and I was like, yo, these dudes is making like amazing music about God, and it's not like, it's not corny, it's not whatever, like, the stereotypes, what they be like.
That's the first thought. Is it corny or not? Like, that's the first pass, right? It got to pass the
right,
not corny test.
So like after that, man, and around that same time, my like interest and passion for music was starting to kind of like build up in me as well. But like the people I was listening to, I didn't really necessarily want to like rap like them, like the Lil Waynes and all that, because I don't cuss, I don't do any of that. But listening to guys like the Lecrae's, the Trip Lees, the Andys, it just showed me that there is a way to talk about faith and real life experiences all in one. And so that kind of got me started, I guess you could say, in the genre.
Bad. Who gave you that first like, yo, here's the mic, do something?
Oh man, honestly, the CEO of Culture Village, Travis. Travis
Really?
did. So I had like a little USB mic and I was recording on my mom's laptop and just like trying to figure stuff out. But my first time actually getting in like an actual studio, getting to record like officially was because of Travis. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Uh-huh. That
Yo,
was like a
okay.
couple years after I like started making music on my own. But that
Yeah.
was my first official introduction into like this is really what recording, writing, all that is. Yeah.
Wow. So okay. So how'd the culture villain thing come together?
So that I basically I went to Liberty University. Throw that out there.
Bad.
So I went to Liberty University, and that's where I got linked up with guys like Travis, Czar Josh. He went there. My boy KJ Carter also went there. So
Okay.
that's how we all just met. And so I had been like hip to what Travis was starting in Culture Villains for a bit because we all were cool for about 2.5 years before I actually ended up joining. And I always like, I always wanted to be a part, like on the low. I wasn't saying nothing, but I was like, man, I really see what you're doing. And I see God's hand on it, man. I want to be a part of this. And just as I continue to like grind personally and just get better, because I was not where I'm at now back then at all. So as I continue to grind and get better, he was really just mentoring me, kind of taking me under his wing, and then it just naturally kind of just formed together.
Love it, bro. So okay, did he explain the meaning of culture villain to you when you
Yeah,
joined? Okay, what does it mean?
yeah. So Culture Villains, to give context, it started out more so as just a safe space for believers kind of like us who are very like down to earth, very authentic, very righteous and ratchet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
just to come together, create.
Travis said yes,
uh
he told you.
yes, he did. We're good, Trav. You're getting all the shout outs right now. I'm showing you mad love right now, bro. So so yeah, it started out just really as a collective, just a safe space for people to just exist and love God in their authentic way. But Travis has a very strong passion for music, you know what I'm saying? And so it just kind of morphed into the actual independent label side that me and Czar Josh are a part of now. So yeah.
Awesome. Travis put him in the studio.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. That was my first time officially being in the studio, like legit. Everything
Awesome,
else I've
man.
been doing like on my mom's little laptop or whatever. But
Yo, that's cool, bro. It's been an awesome year for you. Let's do a Spotify year in review for. No, I'm just playing, but let's do a year in review for Kham, right? So,
yeah.
so we'll just kind of go through it, man. Look, the year kind of kicked off maybe around, I want to say, February, March, where you were nominated for, Rapzilla Freshman, and then you won it,
Yep.
right? Talk about what
Yep.
was it like to win that, right? Like, I know right now we just talked about a little bit. You were like, "Yo, it's still kind of unbelievable." But when it was finally done and you were, one of the freshmen, what did that feel like?
It was just like a full circle kind of moment. Cause like go back to like when I was 13, 14 years old, when I first got introduced to the space, Rapzilla was the main outlet I was going to find music and find different artists, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm a 13, 14-year-old kid. I'm 24 now. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally a decade later to
Yeah.
come full circle and be. Well, I remember when they did the first freshman class, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was around that time. So to be a part of that now, I was just like, wow, completely grateful. And just not that, but to be a part of this class and get to do, the first ever ciphers, first ever showcase, and just be a part of this just revolutionary kind of era of Rapzilla freshman is just completely grateful, bro.
Yo, that's awesome, man. The voting process. Were you kind of nervous during the voting process? How'd you feel like when it was, you know what I mean? Because it's like, hey, man, vote for me.
Man.
Like, I want to be one of these.
Yeah, man, y'all ain't hold me down last year. Not playing. Like I said, bro. If I had to do it all again, I would have picked this class because just to be a part of everything. But No, I really wasn't like too bothered, I guess, by it because I was like just the acknowledgement to be nominated, as one of the freshmen. I take little things just I don't take little things for granted, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So if I had not gotten it, I probably would have been like, you probably would have heard about it in the Saturday 16 or something. But I think I'd have been all right. But yeah, I'm completely grateful I got it, man.
Cool, man. Yo, so then after that, the problematic video, right? So the problematic video is about to drop.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that process because the song was already hot. People knew about it, but now the visuals are coming. Talk to me about dropping the visuals for that, right? What was the vision going into that? And then what kind of went behind it?
So yeah, the process behind that, I got to shout out Alexis Michelle and Joel. They both kind of collabed on the creative direction on that video, and really we just wanted the video to match the like intensity and energy of the song. So like in the video, you see there's a lot of like quick cuts and a lot of like effects and flashing lights and all that stuff, kind of matching that intensity of the video or of the song, excuse me. And so also some of the little like nuanced things in the video that people might have not missed if you ain't paying attention. There's a lot of like little small problems that are kind of like irking me as I go on the video, and I'm like kind of working my way through them, talking to myself through them, which is literally what the premise of the whole album in as a whole is. So yeah.
Is that why the mirror was so key in that joint?
Bingo. Yeah.
Okay.
I would wait because like when the video dropped, I was like, oh, they're gonna start asking me about the mirror. Nobody asked me about the mirror. I was like, come on, bro. But yeah, no, the mirror was very key because it was like, the very like mature, polished version of me talking to younger, less mature me. Like, this is what you're gonna face, this is what you're gonna do. That, stuff like that. So yeah.
Bad. Okay. Look, so then after that, right? Because you take the video, right? Your year's kind of rolling, but you parlay it a little bit into a TikTok contest, right? And so you rock with the TikTok contest. I think it's $100 for the winner of that joint. You had a few people on that. That looked like a hard decision, bro. Like you had a few people going hard on that joint. Bats was on it, right? Like Bats did his thing.
Yes.
J. Crumb did his thing, right? So
yes.
That was a whole thing. So it's $100 plus the feature. Were you surprised at the amount of participation you got from that and the people who decided to give you a hard, like a cold-blooded verse?
Yeah, no, it definitely like our expectations got blown out the water because we were like, I think it's gonna do decently, get a couple entries here and there, but like literally, I think Bats did it the next day, and then Crumb did it, and a couple other people, and they just started taking off. I don't know. I can't remember the exact amount of total entries we got, but it was way past what I personally expected. And people, like you said, were spitting like they were going hard. I was like, y'all either really want this feature or this money. It's probably the money, but y'all, I was like, man, y'all was like killing it. So like the decision, because you had Q Flows in there, my boy Travis Hobson hopped in there, and it was just like so many cold verses. I think our group chat was on fire trying to decide. But like, yeah, that was amazing.
That was dope, man. So, okay, if you were, let's say, for instance, you were a manager, right? And so you're a manager, you have an artist. Would you advise them to do something like that while they're promoting a song?
I would. Just like because it increases the reach. Like everyone else has their own kind of personal followings that if they're hopping on your challenge and hearing a snippet of your song and doing their own verse, it just kind of expands the reach. You know what I'm saying? I think you got to make sure you have the right song to do it with because you can easily get washed
on your own record. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you put the wrong song on there. So, and you don't want that to happen. But yeah, I definitely would highly advise it.
I ain't gonna front with you, bro. I think that happened to me. I put out this song called Spectacular. And then Chris Noel, like he dropped his verse to it. Bruh. And I love my verse, but I loved his verse. Like he went crazy. I was about to say something. He went crazy. And so I feel that. I feel that. What gave you that confidence to be like, yo, nah, my verse is hard. So you do whatever you want. Like it don't matter.
Yeah. Man, because I put the work in, like for real. Like I said, when I first started, man, I was not where I'm at now. Like I don't know if Travis still in here, but he probably got old files he can blackmail me with. That was just not it. And I really put the work and the time in. So I'm very confident in just my abilities, in my writing, in my delivery, all of it. So yeah.
Is it like that in Culture Villains, bro? Like, do you put, like, for instance, like when you spit the verse, do you just put it out, or do you send it through some type of filter, quality, assurance
Yeah.
type of deal?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's
Okay.
thoroughly quality assurance.
Yeah.
Thoroughly. I mean, you
Okay.
probably see me and Josh tweet about how we be scared to send stuff to the group chat. But yeah, no, we definitely hold each other. All of us hold each other accountable to a high standard as far as the quality of music we put out. So if even if it's like, okay, the verse was hard, but this line was not it, go back and change that. Like very, very detailed, constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? All the time.
I love it, bro. I love it. I love the way y'all kind of move individually, but also as a collective. Like, that's a really dope thing to
Yeah.
me. I really love the way what I see with that. So now let's keep going through the year. This is a year of the return to the stage, right? Last year everybody was inside,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
And
sir.
now this year we're returning to the
Mm-hmm.
stage, and you've kind of done a few things: the Rapzilla pool party, the 2 Up 2 Down
Yep.
tour appearance you did, the hip hop rally reloaded in Alabama. Um, of all the
Mm-hmm.
performances that you did throughout the course of the year, which one was your favorite and why?
Oh, that's a tough question, man. Because all the opportunities I got were just very special. You know what I'm saying? Like the Rapzilla freshman, of course, that was the first time they ever did a showcase, and it was on at a pool on a rooftop. The Alabama rally show was actually in a like college football stadium, and that
Mhm.
spontaneously happened. It was really a God thing that I was able to do that. And then even opening for Aaron Cole on his first headline tour, like just to be a part of that in my home state, you know, for his home show was absolutely amazing. Man, I gotta say the Aaron Cole show had to be my like favorite one, just because like the sentimental value it held to him and myself, and coming out there like people was really rocking with the kid. Like the people was really like knew some of the songs word for word. That was one of the first times that that's gonna happen to me.
That's
And yo, I
amazing.
don't know, it just held a lot, man. Like the Rapzilla show comes in a very, very, very close second though, because that was crazy, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself there. And I feel like that was kind of a statement kind of show for me. I got to introduce myself to a lot of people and show them how crazy of a performer I am.
Yo, you went
But
ham on that joint. You really
yeah,
did. And the lady from Black Panther was there. What's her name?
Letitia, yes,
Yeah,
Letitia
yeah,
was
yeah.
there.
Did you get to meet her?
Yeah, I didn't get to meet her. I got to meet one of her
uh
homegirls.
oh, bad,
So
bad,
like I was
bad.
standing by her tent or the cabana, and I didn't know like she was in there. But like one of her homegirls tapped me on the shoulder, was like, "Yo, you went crazy. Da, da, da. What's your, what's the album? Da, da, da." And I looked and I seen her. I was like, "Oh snap!" But yeah,
That's dope, man. Yo, Travis said he got the blackmail on deck, man.
I told you he got them old files from like 20, I don't know, 16, 17. It was not the
Not
future
good.
wasn't bright then, but it is now.
For sure, yo. Here's something else that I'm seeing over the course of the CHH sphere. I'm seeing a whole bunch of friendships,
Yeah.
right? Like there's a lot of friendships. You're really close with well, I don't know how close you are, but I see the interactions between like you and like Street Lights with Jay Crumb and Smoothie,
Mm-hmm.
with Aaron
Yeah.
Cole, right? Like he brings you out. Um what do you think about that? How do you feel about the current landscape of CHH and how
Mhm.
closely knit artists are right now?
Yeah. I think it's beautiful. And I think it's a reflection of the faith that we all share and hold. But I think we're stronger together, you know what I'm saying? Like there is enough space for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I think the idea that I gotta like push somebody down to elevate myself, or like the crabs in the barrel kind of mentality, there ain't no place for that, especially not here. And this past 2 years, really, I would say had there's been a lot of like just kind of cross the way networking. Like years ago, you might have just seen, the Reach Records artists just kind of stay with Reach Records artists, and things are, RMG artists stay with RMG. But now you're seeing like just these up and coming collectives, like for example, Next Move, shout out Coop and all them. They
Mm.
starting to come up and do some things, and you're seeing people wanting already trying to collab with them and working with them. And it's just a beautiful thing to know that that's where we're at, at the space. So yeah.
I love it, yo. Yo, we are a sports and music show, so I got to talk a little sports. I got to get it in,
Let's get
like
into it.
while we're doing it. So,
Let's
I
get
gave you
into it.
some. I got some quick hitters right here, right? Some quick hitters. I got number. I got like 11 questions on here, right? And you can pick
Yeah.
a number, and you pick the number, and I'm gonna give you the question associated with the number, right? And you give me the
All right.
first thing that comes to your mind.
First thing. All right. This might get wild. Y'all hang
You
on. All right, here we go.
ready? You ready? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a number 1 to 11.
All right, I'm gonna go with my favorite number 3.
3. Okay. Kobe Bryant. What does he mean to you?
Oh man, Mamba mentality. That's like it's not just a basketball philosophy. That's a life philosophy. Like the way that even honestly the way that I attack life is that mentality. So yes, rest in peace, Kobe, man.
Cool. Was he better than LeBron?
I believe so. I believe so. And people might get mad at me for that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why. Because for me, it's that I feel like Kobe had a closer mentality to Jordan, who I believe Jordan best player all time overall. I believe
Okay.
Kobe had a closer mentality to Jordan in terms of like that just dog. I think LeBron got the dog too, but it comes out in a different way. It comes out in a I'm gonna help my teammates be better kind of way. It might not necessarily just be me all the time, but like Kobe, Jordan, they're just like it gets to a certain point, they just like everybody get out my way. We win in this game.
Bad.
Thing,
Okay.
so.
Okay. So you think he had like that killer instinct that LeBron has, but doesn't always put on full display when it's necessary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Give me another number. You got three.
Let's
Three's
go
gone.
let's go with 5.
5. All right. Cool. Give me your favorite sport to play.
Favorite sport to play is basketball, hands down. I've been playing
Okay.
basketball
Okay.
since I was like 5, 6 years old.
Bad. Okay. Okay. Are you good?
And I'm gonna just say this too, disclaimer. I'm the best hooper in CHH. I don't care what nobody talking about. I don't care what level you play that. It's me. I just want to say that.
Wait, say that again.
I, Kham of Culture Villains, am the best hooper in CHH.
Wow. Word? You ready to back that up?
All ready.
All right.
Yo, hey, lucky I ain't get to get down to Holy Smoke.
Yo,
in that little 3-on-3 tournament.
Bro, I've seen some people hoop, bro, and like you're the best, hands down. All right, cool.
There's some hoopers.
Cool.
There's some hoopers.
Yeah, there's some real hoopers. Like, I think I was down in I think the first time I went to Flavor Fest is when I saw KB just like dunk, like out of nowhere. I forgot what type of dunk he did, but I saw him. I'm dead set, like his athleticism is ridiculous, right?
Yeah, KB be in the gym for sure. Yeah, he definitely be in the gym.
Yeah. You ready for that smoke too?
I ain't trying to get dunked on, but I can give him a bucket. I'll give him a bucket.
For sure. All right, bet. Give me another number. So we took number 3 and number 5.
Let's do 10. We can do 10.
All right, cool. Here we go. Your favorite male athlete in all the sports and why?
Oh man, Dwayne Wade. I've been a Dwayne Wade fan since he was in college. Honestly, like I said, basketball my favorite sport. So, and Dwayne Wade's my favorite player personally, all time. Yeah, he was the first guy I watched go from like college to the NBA, like when I was a little kid. So, just watching that transition, and at the time, I think Shaq was my favorite player as a little kid. So, like that was around when he came and joined the Heat, and so that's the Heat are my favorite team, by the way, too. So that's all that happened at the same time for me. So yeah, definitely D Wade. I just like the way also that he just carries himself like even like he had what happened? He had that like scandal thing with like Gabrielle and all that happened, but the way that he's come on the back end and just like taking accountability, didn't throw blame around, make sure no one's, personal characters got defamed, none of that. He took responsibility. He stand up dude in my opinion. So yeah.
So it's D Wade. Bet. Okay, cool. So we got number 3. Man. We're gonna do 3 more. We got number 3, we got number 10, and we got number 5. Give me another number.
Let's do 7.
7. Here we go. Your most memorable football moment, like in all of time, right? Like one football moment you remember, either with you playing or you seeing it on TV.
Oh man. My most memorable moment, honestly, it gotta be the Super Bowl. I can't remember which one it was, but the one where Patriots had an undefeated season up until that point. They're playing the Giants.
Yeah.
Eli Manning to David Tyree on a helmet.
07.
I remember sitting in my living room. 07. Yeah, I remember sitting in my living room watching that with my dad. We were just like, oh, snap. That moment. First thing that came to mind.
So that Super Bowl. Okay, so that I think the Super Bowl happened in '08, but the playoff game, right?
That
Playoff
season.
game. Yeah, the season was in '07. So yeah. I love it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
bet. I love that. All right, cool. Give me another number.
Go 8.
8. Here we go. Let's switch. I'm gonna do this. Ready? One video game you would love to hear Problematic on.
Ooh. Dog, 2K. I'd love to hear my
Bet.
song on
Okay.
2K, man. That would be crazy.
If
Oh,
Travis
geez.
here, now
I
you
know,
you
like,
know
all
the
my.
deal.
Let's go ahead and get that thing and send it pack to 2K.
Yeah,
That
man.
would be amazing.
Okay. So what would the vibes be like? Let's say you turn on 2K and you hear Problematic like while it's loading.
Man, it would be so whoever the cover athlete is, I'm gonna set the scene for you. It'd be the cover athlete. You know how they do the little title sequence before the game when it's loading up? All you hear is like the intro start playing as they walking through the tunnel. And then when that joint drop, they dunking on somebody. It'd be crazy. Title sequence. I want that title sequence.
Bad. Okay, cool. I love it. Give me another number.
Let me see. Number 1. Did we do 1?
We didn't.
All right, let's do 1.
Was LeBron James wrong in the Isaiah Stewart situation?
I'll say that one more time. I think it cut off real quick.
Was LeBron James wrong in that Isaiah Stewart situation? So LeBron James,
I'm not familiar with.
Remember he goes back
the
and he hits
Isaiah
the dude.
Stewart when the elbow and Isaiah spazzed and ran across the court.
Yeah.
The angles of the video I seen, I don't think LeBron was wrong. I think because like when I seen it, I was putting myself in my own like as a basketball player. I'm sitting there trying to get rebound, dude holding my arm. I'm get off me. Like I'm not going to intentionally try to hit him in the face, but I'm like, yo, get off me. And I think that's what he's trying to do, and it just incidentally clocked him. So I don't think he was wrong. I think Isaiah was wilding, though. He like I don't know what all that was about.
He wasn't wilding until he saw himself leaking. Like, you know what I mean? He's leaking all over the place. So he was, I guess he had to do something about that. But okay, cool. Thank you, man. Look, so most of this stuff comes from your Twitter, right? Like the 12 questions kind of come from your Twitter. So as we talk about Isaiah Stewart situation, that was something you tweeted about. The next question was, does KD's lack of self-care hurt his marketability, right?
Oh,
because you tweeted like I could never. I could never be me.
He looked like. Oh my gosh, his ankle. That joint looked like the Sahara.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I've been there before, bro. I've been there before. It's winter, man. You know what I mean? When it get cold, it happens. So so another thing is, if you ever heard the song, going all out at the Super Bowl, right? Like, how would that be? And then favorite female athlete and why. So those are questions we missed out on. But yo, thank you so much for being here, bro. We truly appreciate you. I gotta ask you, what's next, man, for Kham? For those people who are following you real close, what should they expect, right? For the rest of this month, or what should they expect going into 2022?
Yeah. Well, rest of this month, I'm gonna be dropping the Saturday 16 freestyle. So I got about 3 or 4 more of those to close the year out. So make sure you're following me on my socials at Kham Raps, KHAM Raps, for all of that. But going into next year, 2022, man, is going to be a beautiful year. I think I coined the phrase, it's going to be a year of new sounds for me, because I really spent this year, I didn't drop anything solo. I did some collab efforts, but spent the year really just digging into the craft as far as like experimentally, trying to be innovative, just creating new sounds. So a lot of music next year.
Are we gonna get the stuff Travis talking about? Some reggaeton, some dance hall joints, some love joints.
It's gonna be very versatile. It's gonna be very versatile. Yeah, let me put it that way. Very versatile. A lot of drops, very versatile. So I think since I didn't drop nothing solo this year, I gotta pay everybody back, with some interest next year. So
bad. So next year is gonna be drops and solo. So how do you who controls that? Like, is it you just kind of self-motivating and say, okay, cool, I'm gonna drop some stuff, right? Do you get like some encouragement from the team? Hey man, it's been a minute since you dropped. Like how did that get handled for you?
It's very strategic, very strategic. So on the management side of Culture Villains, We have some amazing minds such as Travis James. Shout out to Travis James. Appreciate Travis James. We have some amazing minds, amazing music minds that are very strategic with each of us. You know what I'm saying? And so whether if we're not dropping, we're creating. If we're not creating, we're doing social media campaigns like Saturday 16th. Where, you know what I'm saying? There's a very constant flow and a very strategic flow amongst all of us. So yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. Yo, in the next like year or so, what do you see CHH kind of going? Like, what do you see happening? Because it seems that we're kind of infiltrating some big places, right? And so, I mean, I can turn on ESPN and hear CHH all the time, right? You play a video game, you can CHH all the time. And so, because those type of moves are being made, what's next for us? Like, you know, we all kind of saw the Travis Scott situation, right? And you like it was crazy because so many people were there. I know, I mean, not hopefully never that, right? Never to the point where it's a problem. But at the same time, like I would love crazy amounts of people being at, you know, our stuff, right? So do you see that coming in the future or coming real soon?
I do. I definitely do. And I think because of like where we are with like social media and things of that nature and how accessible people are, like for example, TikTok, there's so many people in CHH that have blown up on TikTok.
Yes,
and
sir.
have huge followings now because of that, you know, just because of that one medium. And so I think leveraging all those platforms, continuing to just work together and unify, like we were talking about earlier, is going to allow us to just reach more and expand just the platform. You know what I'm saying? And I think God's gonna do some real dope things with it, really the next year or two, honestly.
Awesome, man. Yo, tell people where they can find you at, bro, and how they can support you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So all social medias at KHAM Raps, Kham Raps. Also, if you want to get some exclusive content, you know what I'm saying, find out when I'm dropping before I drop, you can text me at 757-210-3184.
Give me that number one more time.
Yeah, it's 757
757
210
mm-hmm
3184.
84. Okay, awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. You gotta show that one. That way people can see it. Cool. Yo, I hope I got it right. I think I did. Yeah, it should be right. All right, man.
Yeah,
Thank you
got
so
it.
much.
I appreciate that, man.
Awesome. Absolutely, bro. We appreciate you, bro. You know, we're all Christians, so we're Christian show. We want to know how we can pray for you moving forward, brother. How can we pray for you, man?
Yeah. Man, for me, I think it's just because this year, every year, God gives me like a perspective change in some area of life, and this year it's just been regarding like discipline and just continuing to not get so caught up in like current situations and feeling discouraged by those, but like always seeing what's on the other side of that and what I'm working towards, what he has me going towards. So just that he would continue to keep my vision like forward, you know what I'm saying? And just keep me disciplined. Yeah.
Amen. All right, brother. Man, we appreciate you joining us, bro. We've been trying to get this done for a minute, man. So I thank you for being here, bro. I really do.
Bro, thank you so much for having me, for sure. This was amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. My pleasure. All right, y'all. Listen, go out there, support Kham, man. Kham's dropping constantly. So go ahead and support him. He's dropping all the time, man. You got freestyles all the time, constant content. Plus, you get, if it's not him, right, then you got something from the Culture Villains coming at some point or another. So support them. Yeah. And also support Travis. Don't forget Travis. All right, cool. Travis, we thank you for being here, bro. All right, man. We love y'all. Man. God bless. Have a good one.
Y'all be easy. All right.